Hello friends, welcome to the lecture 7.1. In this lecture we are going to study about tuple. In the previous lecture we have studied about the list. All the concept of list is clear to us. In this video we are going to learn about tuple, what is tuple, how to create tuple, how to access the element of tuple, tuple comprehension, tuple slicing and some tuple function. So let's start. Then what is tuple in Python? Basically, tuple is an ordered, immutable and heterogeneous collection of elements. Means we can store multiple types of data under a single variable name. What is the difference into list and tuple? The difference is here that list element we were able to change, but tuple is immutable. Means once it is declared, once we have declared the tuple, we cannot change the value. Tuple is very important part of program which makes programming very secure. No one can intercept. Basically in the web programming, when we use Python and we use tuple, then no one in between. If your data is transferred from one system to other system, client to server, then no hacker is going to change the data if it is sent by the tuple. That is why tuple is made immutable. And it also can contain different types of data, like list we can store like character, like string, like numeric values, integer, float. Any type of data we can store in tuple also. Okay, it is one of the Python's built-in data structures similar to list, but with the difference that once tuple is created, the elements cannot be modified. Understood? Now how to create tuple? Now we have to understand we also have the two way of creating tuple. One is using the direct parenthesis, right? In list we were using square bracket. Kindly keep in mind, in list we were using square bracket for defining as a list, but while we are using tuple, then we need to use this two parentheses, right? Normally we say normal bracket, but in programming language these are known as parentheses, right? So we can create tuple with the help of this parenthesis, and we can create tuple with the help of tuple functions, which is also known as constructor. So we can create empty tuple. So let us see with the help of example in Python. So for example, if I am creating a tuple, say my tuple equal to, in parenthesis we are going to store some numbers, okay, along with numbers some strings also we can store, like name. Okay, now it is created, and if we want to check the type, then we have a function, type function, right? In type my tuple you can pass out and just see the which type of this variable is now. You can say variable also, you can say object also, right? Object of tuple or variable of tuple. Why we say variable? Variable is something means in which we are storing a single type of single value, but object we call where we store multiple values of different types, because that is a kind of variable which is holding multiple values of multiple types. So that is not a single variable, that is a kind of object. The same thing is here, so we can call it my tuple as an object. So now second way, if you want to print, if you want to define tuple through second way, so second way is defining tuple using my tuple function. So for example, num equal to tuple, it should be in small letter. Okay, now this is blank tuple. If you print num, it is coming blank, and if I am printing my tuple, so it is displaying the value which we have stored into tuple. Now you can see the changes. Parentheses are there at the beginning and at the end, right? Next, normally, so num1 equal to tuple blank, and if we have a value, suppose a equal to Amit has been stored here, and if you want to convert into num1 equal to tuple tuple function, and now pass here a. Okay, so now your string is going to be converted into tuple. So print now num1, so it will be displaying the strings value in each element. Each character of a string value will be converted as an element of tuple, right? So tuple is a function it is a constructor, so it will not take any argument directly, rather it will take object which needs to be converted into tuple format. In this way we can pass list also. If we have list, we can convert it to tuple directly using this tuple function. Understood? Once again I will be telling you, yeah, got it. So let's understand next thing, creating empty tuple. Done. Now next we have a tuple can contain items of different types, like this we have defined already, and how to access the element of tuple. So in the same way as list, as a string, the same access element process is here also, as we have done in the list and in the string also. The same pattern we have to follow here also. Tuple is also, because it is also an ordered set of elements, then each value of tuple will be stored in particular sequence in the memory, and those sequences will be allocated automatic indexing starting from 0, and also it is used with the negative indexing from -1 for the last element. Then if your tuple is this, suppose my list is written, so suppose variable name is my tuple, so 10 20 30 40 50s are there, right? And if you write my tuple means my list 0, so 0 means value will be coming from this 0 location, 0 indexing, which is 10. And if you write -1, then -1 means it will be the last element. Once again let us do with the programming example. For example, if we have num equal to (22, 33, 44, 5, 67, 89), right? And if we want to print num bracket, if right here is 0, it will display very first value, which is 22, right? Save the file because it is first time I'm doing tuple 1. And what is the problem? Oh sorry, we have done wrong bracketing. Now press it 5. Now we can see 22 is coming here as an output, but if you write here minus 1 2 3 4 5, so -1 if I'm writing here, then it will display the last element 89. Okay, and if you write here -1 -2 -3 -4, so 4 will display 33. Okay, so in this way we can access the element of tuple also, right? But now what is not possible, unlike list, if we are writing here num equal to, and if you want to reassign the value at the 0 position, means then that is possible? No, that is not possible. It will show error. Suppose I want to allocate 55 in the place of 22, which is possible in the list, but this is tuple, it will not be possible because tuple object does not support item assignment. So this is the beauty of tuple, we can say. Now next part we have slicing tuple. So how to slice tuple? So slicing tuple is also very simple, just like we have done slicing the string concept, just like we have done slicing the list concept, the same way is here. Once again I will be telling you, suppose we have these values stored with us. Okay, so if we want to print values like num, use bracket, slice operator we can do colon, and if we are just writing this one, it will display entire tuple. But if you are just mentioning here 3 means starting from the beginning and last element should be less than third index. Okay, so 0 1 2 45 is coming. Okay, and if you want to do the same thing, first is from second element you want to print till everything. So from second 45 67 89 it is displaying till end. So this is starting, this is last element, right? Now what happened if you want to display everything in the gap of 2 2, means after skipping one element. So you can write here one more colon sign, and then you can give 2. 2 means first element will be displayed, then it will skip one element, it will display second, then one again will be skipped, like that. Okay, so it will display alternate values, alternate elements. Okay, in the same way, if we write here 3, it will display again in the gap of 2 to understood. So after 22, it is displaying 67. So 22 is this value and 67 is 2 value. It means after this is 22, then first, second, third element will be displayed, then again first, second, third element will be displayed. For example, if I am writing here this, okay, so it will display every third element from the beginning, first, then third, then third, then third. So this is slicing. And the same way, if you want to store this in any other variable, if you want to create subtuple, for example num2 equal to num. Okay, now let us print what is the value of num2. So now we got another subtuple, which is num2, which is going to hold the value of this slicing. Okay, so this is the way how we can do slicing with tuple. Now how to modify tuple? So modifying tuple is a process of changing value of tuple into list, and again after modification of list, then convert back to the tuple. So this is known as packing, unpacking and packing, right? The process of converting a tuple into list is known as unpacking. We are unpacking because all the data are packed in a tuple. We can't modify. We have to unpack. So we have to unpack how we have to convert into list. And once converted into list, you have done your modification, you have updated the value, and after updation you can repack back to the tuple. So how to do? Let us do. So for example, in the same program we have these values to be unpacked. So I am taking a blank list for temp equal to list, and just directly pass here num. Num is tuple, so you are passing entire tuple as a list. So now this is known as unpacking. Okay, now if you want to display here, you can display temp. So now we can see values are coming in the form of list because of square bracket. Now what you can do, if you want to change in the place of suppose temp, indexing of temp will be also same way as it was for the num, because the values are stored in a sequence. Then temp of 0 means you want to remove 22. In the place of 22 I am writing 22222. Okay, and in the place of 89 temp, or we can say -1. What is the index of -1 means last value. The last value, which is 778, we want to write or we want to update with string, right? Now let us print again. So we can see it has been updated. 22 means 222 and Amit is there. So now how to bring it back in the form of tuple? So again we can write here num equal to tuple and pass here temp, right? Press F5, executed. Now print here num back. So now we got back our original tuple with updated value, right? So this is the way how we can modify the value of tuple. So first of all we have to unpack, we have to convert into list, and after converting to list we have to modify the value, and after modification, after updating of values, then convert back to the tuple. Okay, now next concept we have in tuple comprehension, right? Just like list, also we can use tuple for comprehension. Means if you want to create a long list, long sequence of numbers with the help of range function in tuple also, so we can create. So how to create it, let us see. In the same way we have taken this. So difference is there in the place of square bracket we have to use this tuple bracket, right? So now what we have to do, simple take the bracket and just write down suppose x for x in range 1 to 100 in the gap of 2 to we want. Okay, and now let us print. Okay, let us execute. Now we can see output here. Generator object means object is generated with the numbers. Okay, but now we have to iterate it. We have to print it one by one, because see tuples values are being packed, so it is not immediately displaying the output just like in list. So how to set the output? So for n in num, okay, print n comma and with single space, press F5. So now we can see the numbers using list comprehension, right? So this is the beauty of tuple, also list comprehension. We can generate the list of number, whatever number you want to generate, it will be generated immediately with the help of list tuple comprehension. In the same way, if you want to put conditions also, so we also can put the conditions, and with the help of control statement we can create any series of number and we can store as tuple, right? Now nested tuple. Nested tuple means again defining a tuple inside of another tuple, defining a tuple inside of another tuple. So that is known as nested tuple. It is also very simple. For example, if we have suppose records equal to, we have taken tuple 1. Tuple 1 is suppose this is going to be roll number, comma, again use the parenthesis and put here marks of subject 1, marks of subject 2, marks of subject 3, marks of subject 4, like this way. So comma you can print downside for better understanding and clarity. Again use marks of one subject, marks of second subject, fourth subject. Okay, in this way we can define multiple tuples, means nested tuples. Okay, so now if you are going to print again in the same way, let us see the output. It is coming like this, simply triple 1 and this value is coming as a tuple, and this again triple 2 and triple 3. Okay, now if you are going to find out the length of this tuple, then length will be 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? Why? Because this is single element of tuple. Okay, single element of main tuple, but now this is nested tuple, but it will be considered as a single element. Okay, and then that will be next tuple. So how to access? Suppose I am writing here record 1 means it will display 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5, right? This sequence will be displayed because complete element is there. And now if you want to display only 55 or 44 from this tuple, this nested tuple, then what is the element of this nested tuple? It also will be starting from 0 1 2 3. Now element of this tuple will be 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3. Keep in mind. Okay, so again use one more square bracket for the nested part. So from first element of main tuple we have to access second element, which is 44. Okay, so we can print it. Okay, 44 is coming. For more clarity we can write here a single word, say Python. The right word is coming to us, yeah, so it's coming properly. And if you want to display the same nested tuple with the help of list with proper example, with proper recording system, so for suppose n in records, now this records and will be providing you what? Let us understand one by one, then you will be able to get it. See, for example, if I am pressing F5, so output is coming this way. So first of all this element is coming, and then this element is coming, right? Then this element is coming, then this is coming. Okay, it means we have to display using index value. So if I'm not using here 0, n of 0, then what is this? It is not iterable because n is having numeric value. We don't have here any kind of list, any kind of other things. But if we want to access it, then what we have to do, we have to store somewhere. Okay. First value is this, then this is second value, alternate value. Okay, and in this way we have to find out. And is the record, and if we are writing a 0 1, sorry, first let us see. Yeah, it is coming directly. Oh, sorry, it is not possible. So okay, so in this way we can access single records, single value from the nested tuple. Okay, so next part we have now let us work with the functions of tuple, methods of tuple. So once again, what is method, what is function? Basically method or function, we can tell the special block of codes which are used for running a specific part of program. Means a function or method is a block of code which has been designed to execute for the particular purpose. Okay, any particular program is there, any particular purpose is there, so for that purpose that function is used. For example, len is the set of code named as a function len, which will provide the length of a tuple. So if you want to find out the length of this tuple, then if you write print len and just pass records and run it, so you'll get the output 6, right? So what is 6? 0 1 2 3 means 3 and 3, total elements are 6, whether it is nested or not. But now if you want to get the length of this nested tuple, then we have to specify if this is nested one with the help of bracket and index value. So now the length of that tuple is going to be 4. 0 means 1 2 3 4 length, this is length I am telling. Okay, next function we have with us count. The count function is used to count the number of occurrence of a specified value in the tuple. Okay, so let's again do with the help of practical example. So for this type of example, let us make a tuple Amit, Sumit, Ravi, Kavi, Suman. Okay, so we have these values, right? Now we want to count. So for counting, use records dot count function, count method. And what do we want to count here? Pass the value, like I am passing here Amit, and I am giving Amit one more time. Okay, press F5 and see the output. Total count is 2 for Amit, right? So this way. Index function, index method is used to return the first occurrence of a specified value. Means if you want to check where Amit is present, at which index point Amit is located, now so we can use your index function. Just use index and Amit. It will return the first occurrence, means very first time if Amit is found, then it will return the position of that Amit first time, not last one. Check it, 0, it's coming, right? Output is 0 here. Now if I am writing here Ravi, okay, then you can see 2. And if for example I am writing here Ravi 1, then what is the output? Error. So if it is not finding, if it is not able to find out the specified value in the tuple, it will return in the form of error. And if we use count function, let us use, okay, so now count is returning 1. And if we count is also working the same way as it was working with the find, but if I am writing here Ravi1 which is not found in the tuple, then what will happen? It will return 0, right? Ravi1 is not present, so it will return 0. It is not returning in the form of error. So if any specified value is not found in the present tuple, it is returning to 0. And if you are writing here Amit, so Amit also will return in the form of 0, because that is also found at the, sorry, it is we are using count function, sorry, I thought index. So right, so it is returning 2, and if Amit is also not found, it will return 0 match. Means this is appropriate and proper function to be used if you want to count total number of values in the tuple, right? But index is count is okay, index is not so useful. Okay, okay, we have done indexing, len. Sorted. Now sorted function is used to sort the value of tuple, right? See, sort function in list is used to sort the value of list itself. The complete list will be sorted once, okay? But tuple is being immutable, we cannot change the exact value in the tuple itself, but it will create a separate list and that will be sorted out, and that list we can use as a sorted value. So let us see, if we have the same value and we want to get rec equal to records dot sorted, right? We don't need to associate here, we have to pass it. Rec equal to sorted, and we have to pass here records. Okay, now let us print. So Amit, Kavi, Ravi, Suman and Sumit. This is coming by default in ascending order. If you want to display the same thing in descending order, if you want to sort out in descending order, then put reverse equal to true. Reverse is statement. Another optional statement, if you are putting reverse equal to true, then it will sort the value in descending order, right? So both the things are clear. Now if you want to modify value and if you want to display in proper order, in ascending order or descending order, then unpack. Already after sorting it is going to be unpacked, okay? And if you want to modify, if you want to replace any value, you can replace it and you can display it back. So sorted function is also clear. Next we have min, max, sum and tuple. Tuple function already we have understood, it is used to create empty tuple or it converts any other object to tuple, right? And min function, as you know, in other programming languages or in Excel also, it is used to find out the minimum value from the tuple. The same is here also, right? So let us do one by one practically so that we can clear the concept. Please keep in mind that min function works on the numeric values. Right now in this list we have string values, so it is not going to find out the minimum value, right? If you are trying to find out min, we have to pass inside of this records and it will generate error. Okay, it is displaying very first Amit, but Amit is not correct one. Let us wait. If I am writing here Amit AMIT Amya, so let us see, Amya is coming. Yeah, it is working with the string also. So once again, min function is used, once again let us start. So minimum function is used to work with the smallest element in the tuple. It will return the smallest element in the tuple, and the same way max also, and same way sum. So let us do, if we have this list and this list contains, if we have this list and this list contain a string, then we will be asking how, which is the smallest element in the list. So smallest, if we talk about the smallest element in the list of a string, then we have to go by its ASCII value, right? So right now we have Amit starting from A, which is having the very small, means first ASCII code 65. Capital S is having another ASCII code which is more than 65. Ravi is also there, Kavi is also there, Soman is also there, and Amya. Now Amit is there, AMIT. So what happened, if it is a string, then character by character will be matched. So A matched, M is going to be matched, I is going to be matched, and all threes are equal. Now T will come after A, so it means minimum value will be of this. So let us print. This is in the case of a string, okay. Min records, okay. AMIA is coming, and if I'm writing here Amit, then only Amit will come. Amita, if I'm writing it Amita, then Amit is coming, right? So in this way. But if you are having the numeric values, for example, then it is obvious to find out the minimum value from the tuple, okay, 22. In the same way, if you want to find out the maximum value, then max function we can use, okay. And sum is used to calculate the sum of all the elements on the tuple. But what happened if we have a string as a tuple? Suppose Amit comma Ravi. Let us do this sum. So now it is not supporting, it is showing error because we are trying to use plus operator which is working for integer only, and we are trying to sum string. So this is not possible, right? So we have understood about the main function, max and sum function. In this video till now, good, we have completed the tuple. You have understood how tuple is working, how to create tuple, what are the ways of creating tuple. Also we have understood about the tuple comprehension, nested tuple, and some functions of tuple. All the functions which we have used in list that are not in tuple. Why? Because list is editable but tuple is not editable. So that is why the functions which are used for updating the values are not appropriate in tuple. That is why they are not used in tuple. So in the next video we are going to do some programs based on the tuple. As just like list, we have done live programming. So in the next video we are going to do some live programmings based on tuple concept. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you.